It truly helps your employee have a more rewarding experience. Employees today are doing a lot more homework on the employer that they choose to work with. And they want to work for an employer that is socially responsible, but giving, and in ways that they give back to their community and how they can get involved. I often have interviews with individuals today that they're interviewing me as much as I'm interviewing them, because they want to know, how does RBC give back? They want to know, how does RBC get involved in the community? They want to know how they can get involved more with RBC in ways that we're giving back to the community.
It's actually helped myself personally develop some key talent that I didn't know existed. You know, when you're involved in a United Way campaign, you're really, the way we did it, we let them kind of run their own mini campaigns for every event that we ran. And what that really did is it really brought out some leadership in some people that I wouldn't have guessed, that I didn't see, and they were able to demonstrate that through that, and that's helped them also develop their career and kind of showcase their abilities as a leader.
Their leadership, we met with them a couple weeks ago, and they've already kind of highlighted the differences that they've seen from these individuals and how they're approaching their jobs, and how they embrace meetings or approach meetings a little differently, a little bit more confidence to raise their hand, a little bit more confidence to provide suggestions.
It also builds on certain skills, like you have to be planful, you have to be organized. There's a defined time period that you're running your campaigns, so it sort of builds on those skills. You have to budget because you're going to be spending money, you're going to be receiving money. So oddly enough, within the business context, the United Way campaign is part of talent development.
We often talk about future ready. Well, that's what one of the roles that you take on within United Way allows you to create some of that future ready within yourself or within your employees, because now it's helping them develop skill sets that they wouldn't necessarily be able to.
We have, I would say, an enhanced profile because of that. And people respect the fact that we are not just a bunch of money-grubbing lawyers, right? That we are there to feel that our responsibility to the community is being met in very many ways, because we do have that responsibility. We're doing okay, and we need to give back.
What happens is you find out all the benefits that sort of accrue to being part of that activity, and benefits get to be, a lot of times the employees that are on the campaigns are from various departments. So they may not know people from other departments. Again, the workplace campaign gives them a license to go out there and meet people from the other departments. So you know them, they start to know you.
As we've mentioned before, just pride at the end of the day. I think all the staff, they know that for us to have 100% participation is unique, and they're very proud to be part of a firm where everyone is committed to this cause. And they know it's special, and they're very proud.
So where we used to maybe go out with our groups and try to do, bowling or a lunch or something, what we do now is we'll take an afternoon and do a day of caring. We use it as department team building events, which really work extremely well. Brings the teams together, they feel like they're giving back to the community, and we find these kind of, maybe you can't always take a full day away from your job, but you can always find a few hours in the morning or afternoon to really give back to the community and build that team. People are very excited. You'd be surprised until you see 3 senior executives riding a tricycle around an obstacle course in the parking lot on a Friday afternoon, and people are videotaping it and posting the videos up later. You would see firsthand how much that impacts just your whole morale in your office, gives a little break to a mundane day, and at the same time raise a tremendous amount of money for people that are the most needy in our community.
An extraordinary client experience is only achieved through an extraordinary employee experience. Like you are not going to achieve one without the other. And so how you get that are all the pieces that come with it. So making sure that we're connected to the community, making sure that we have partners like United Way that will help us deliver on that employee experience that helps your employee, because your employee now is there and feeling in a very different way. They now are delivering on a differentiated client experience.
I think, in civil society, in the philanthropic world. The United Way brings a kind of expertise and acumen to granting that most individual donors couldn't hope to achieve because they simply don't have time to do it. So I think, having an agency, a central agency that has its finger on the pulse of what's happening within the city, within the community, within the region, and that can make smart decisions about where that money will have the best impact, the strongest impact. It's a great luxury for somebody who, in broad terms is looking to help the community, but doesn't know exactly where their money will have the most impact. We've come to realize that by better supporting people in the community, we can reduce people's admission rates to hospital, the number of times they show up in the emergency department by 50, 60, 75%. So it's quite astonishing. But the best prescription for a healthy community, for a sustainable healthcare system, is really having appropriate community supports in place.